Was that fun or what?
You leaping off the back of the truck with a pig in your arms. It was something.
Well, good morning, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Modern Self-Reliance. Today, we are going to build a pig pen exclusively out of pallet wood. Well, maybe not exclusively out of pallet wood. We got some odds and sods laying around. We've got, you know, the whole forest behind us. We're up in the sunny side of the property, which is in the field area, sort of away from the predators and the stuff that like to eat pig. Well, maybe not. Anyways, we're gonna deal with that. We've got an area here that we need to clear out. Primarily, we got a trailer in the way, and we've got a pile of wood in the way. But this is the general area where we're going to create. We got logs, we got trailers, we've got other logs and other wood. It's good to have stuff. You just gotta arrange it. You know, housekeeping. So this is the primary area here. It's kind of half in the shade, half in the sun, because as I know that pigs don't necessarily like the sun. They like a little bit of sun. They like an area to get out of the sun, so we're going to deal with that. We've got to deal with food situation, water situation, and security. I think I need about 100 square feet per pig. So my plan is to do it probably about 20 by 28, roughly. It gives us a little bit more than we need. That's like 400 square feet. And I don't even know how little they are. They haven't really told me. They just said, we have some pigs. They said, build a pen. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna build a pen, and we're gonna go from there. So the plan, pallet wood, darn near free. All you gotta do is pick it up and do the price of lumber these days. Thousands of dollars to build a pig pen out of dimensional lumber. Pallets are free, plentiful, and they're easier to get your hands on. So this is the plan. This is the blank slate. It's gonna be half in the sun, half in the shade. Very little protection from the sun, so we give them a little kind of an awning. They get to about 300 pounds, so we got to build this thing strong. We've got reinforcement rods, so maybe some T-bar to hold them that way. Oh yeah, did I mention it's a community involvement? Get in here, Holden. Come on. I've got Holden. I got my nephew here. I got my brother Chris. He's the wooded beardsman, and he's got no shirt on today. All for the ladies. The ladies watch this channel, but probably not his. He eats a lot of weird things. So anyways, yeah, Chris is here because he's got some vested interest in this project because he likes bacon. Hey Holden, you like bacon?
Yeah.
Yeah, Holden likes bacon.
His favorite food.
It's actually literally his favorite food. He'll eat bacon all day long. Ever since he was a itty bitty little, I think as soon as he had teeth, he started eating bacon. So he's got vested interest in this project as well. So Holden, what's your thoughts on bacon, buddy?
It's really good. I really like it.
Really? What kind of bacon do you like? Do you know what kind of bacon there is? Do you like the salty kind?
Not really. I like the crunchy kind.
The crunchy. Well, it's a little bit salty though, because it's bacon's part of the curing process. Maple bacon.
I don't like maple.
Maple bacon. He just likes a pure raw. It's got to be cured. Maybe we're gonna use a smoker to make our proper bacon. Isn't that exciting? Pig smoked bacon thing. I think that would be kind of. I don't know if that would. Maybe like a portion of it, because. Do you think it's gonna catch fire with that smoker if we put a whole pig in there?
Probably.
Well, if we're just smoking it, we're not cooking it, the bacon. Anyways, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. We don't even have the pigs or the enclosure.
One pig in the pen already.
Power of bacon that brings so many people around. It's amazing.
Go get him, Marley. We can just feed him through. I'll grab it and we'll just keep going along.
Oh, okay.
got the right patina on it. We're moving right along here. This isn't taking that much time at all. We've got Mark over there and Holden. They're putting in cross braces. So we're stitching the pallets together by putting a 2x3 above and below. And again, it's all pallet wood. It's 20 feet by about 15 feet wide. It's like an all-star cast today. Donnie showed up. Donnie, look at, where's Donnie? Where's Donnie? Donnie showed up. Don's not here today because he's got other stuff to do. But Donnie did show up because he heard there's eventually going to be bacon. So I've got some T-bar posts. I'm going to reinforce the back walls, the long walls, and then kind of go a neo-angle kitty corner to give it even more structure, because these guys, I don't know if they're guys and girls, they might be guys and girls, and they're gonna be like 300 pounds. Look at them go. I should just stand here with the camera more often. Stuff gets built. Just come up with a plan and it gets built. So Holden, what do you think this thing is?
I don't know.
You have no idea? What do you got in your hand?
In one of these.
What's that thing?
Post.
It's a T-bar post. So this thing, you think it screws them in?
Yeah.
Nah, no. This is for pounded posts. So here, let's. This is the cool tool segment. This is a homemade post pounder. It's got a big hunk of steel on here, a big pipe in here, and it's designed to slide over top of posts, and then you bang them in the ground. Let's do one. I'll show you one, and then you can do the rest. Okay, hold it. So we're gonna set this guy. Maybe we were supposed to load it first. All right, and then you go like this. All right, a couple more to go. Secure. Come on, use your arms. There you go. There, it's going in like an inch every time. Just keep it more straight, like not like I did. Only 8 more after. Move that over there. Yeah. 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 Feel the burn. Hard. Hard. We hit a rock. Yeah, that's not going any further. Moving right along here, we've got our basic footprint set up. We've got some reinforcing T-bars. We've screwed them in with some all-around straps. That's going to give us a little bit more rigidity, so they whack it, they run into it. I don't think they're that angry. Pigs aren't angry, are they? I don't think they're going to knock that over. It's got a little bit of wiggle room. It's better to wiggle than to just break. So as you can see, with the inside, we got less than like 4 inches between pickets. I don't think they'll be able to squeeze through there. And the good thing about it is the end cap, I didn't put any pickets there, so you can muck it out if you have to. So you just, this whole wall can be removed, and you just drive your tractor in with your bucket and you can muck it out, or you can add some more straw or clean dirt. The idea behind it also with the pigs is to get myself some good compost, because manure is expensive. So if I've got a cheap, plentiful source of manure, my vegetables can be bigger. Every time I make something, I kind of want it to look nice. So the plan now is to take some old skiff off the log. I think that's what it's called. And we're gonna side the front of it to kind of give it like a picket fence sort of style. Give it more of a, well, it's not that ugly now. It's just pallet wood. Pallet wood's pretty. I took the time to actually use pallet wood that's been weathered, because I don't like the look of brand new pallet wood. It's kind of got that barn feel to it. And now I'll give it even more barn look with the picket. But let's get those cut right now. We've lined them up. We're gonna cut them all at the same time. Be quick work of this. She's solid like a rock. Well, now that we've got a little bit of time to relax, we've got the majority of the pig pen built. I'm gonna show you around the cube. This is kind of where I come to relax. It's a nice spot in the trees. It's kind of like my little tree fort. We've got a little bit of a problem with it, but we're gonna get into that a little bit. But there's a tree that seems to be trying to take it out. But the other tree saved me, so that's always good. But we've got to talk about today's sponsor, which is Raycon. Welcome to my happy place. This is the best place on the property to relax and take in the day. And while I'm at it, I'm going to introduce you to my newest sponsor, Raycon completely wireless Bluetooth enabled earbuds. Since these earbuds are noise isolating, I can listen to my music while doing other stuff that's really loud and obnoxious. While, using a skill saw, sanding something else, I got the earbuds in and I'm rocking out to my favorite tunes while I'm working. Raycon was founded by Ray J and endorsed by major celebrities like my favorite, Snoop Dogg. There's a free 45-day return policy. They also come in a variety of different colors and patterns. I chose black. They have amazing 6 hours of playtime, seamless Bluetooth pairing, more bass, and a more compact design. At half the price of other premium wireless earbud brands, these things sound just as amazing. For a 15% discount on your Raycons, click in the link in the description below or go to buyraycon.com/modern self-reliance. So after a long, harsh winter, I'm sure you guys are curious to see how the inside of this cube fared over the winter. So let's take a tour of the inside. I already know, I've been here a number of times. I just figured, you guys are, there were some people that were, they were doubtful whether or not this was going to last. But if you take a look, it's unchanged. Nothing has changed. We got the cubic mini stove here, which is the tiny little fireplace, which is awesome. I was actually concerned that maybe some water was going to get inside the chimney and come down the into the firebox, but the chimney works awesome. The window, the seals around the window, and due to the fact it's only single pane, the condensation didn't come in, didn't wreck the bottom here. All our trim is still good. Our ceiling still perfectly white. There is no water damage in any corners or anything like that. Again, this thing was wrapped with a Schluter membrane, which is a waterproofing, kind of like a mesh membrane that gets thin setted down like tiles, like you would do a shower. So that seems to be working good. All our seals around our windows are good. Everything seems awesome. Still quiet as ever in here. This is the awesomest. Awesomest? That's a word. This is the best meditation cube. That's just come in here and just kind of relax. So now that we're done that, we can have a look at upstairs. This is the rooftop terrace. Now the only real problem that we don't really have a solution for quite yet is this pesky tree right here. It is, I don't know if you can tell exactly where it's landed, but if it were to fall, it would take out the deck. But it got hung up in that elm tree, which is a great news. It hasn't damaged anything at all. But yeah, the rooftop terrace is still intact. The railing that is not attached to the building is still on the building. The gale force winds over the wintertime has not ripped it off. It's still standing. Not really a safety concern. I didn't really think it was going to be a safety concern. It's all attached to itself. It's like a big box sitting on top and it weighs the earth. So it's not like it's going to move. And our furniture seems to be doing well as well. Remember I was talking about that little chimney cap. The little chimney cap on the cubic mini stove works excellent at keeping even like wind-blown snow, any kind of rain, that sort of stuff. It's kept out of the chimney. And our seals around our chimney are working great too. So anyways, I deem this a success. But again, we are going to monitor the situation over the next couple of years. So stay tuned, right? You see that little black dot down there? That's Chris feeding the fish. You can actually, I don't know if you can see that from up here, but you can see the fish. See the fish? Right there. Little fishy. You can see them moving right there. The fish are doing well. We got four giant rainbow trout. Are they rainbow trout, Chris? Rainbow trout in the pond. You can probably feed them from up here. I don't know if you guys can notice as well, is that the pond has cleared up a significant amount. It's actually quite clear. You can actually see the fish. All the silt and sediment and whatnot has settled to the bottom, which is kind of cool. We're going to see how those guys last. I think the next couple of months they'll be in there until the water warms up a significant amount, and then we have to harvest them and have fish dinner. All we need now is a waterer, and a food trough. So I've got them on order. I can't seem to find them locally, so I ordered them on Amazon. They should be here in the next couple of days, so I'm just waiting on that. Just got word that my buddy that's an arborist, he's in my neck of the woods taking down a pretty big pine tree. And if you guys know the cost of softwood lumber these days, I take every opportunity to collect softwood in order to mill up dimensional lumber, 2x4s, 2x6s, stuff like that. So we're gonna head on out. If you guys wanted to come on with an adventure with me, we're gonna go head on out and see what he's up to today, because it'll probably be an interesting treat. It happens to be the warmest day of the year so far. It is very, very humid. Let's go look at a tree getting taken down. I'm gonna try to load it up in my truck if I can. That'll be fun. All right, come on with me. Joe!
Can I turn there, Kev? Am I gonna hit that branch?
You're real close. You could probably turn. Yeah, you're clear. All right, guys, we're here on location. What appears to be a newly built building, and it looks like there's going to be 3. What kind of trees are these, Joe? It's big spruce trees. This is what 2x4s are made of. 2x6 dimensional lumber. This guy here, I don't know if you can see it up close. Is it a good shot? I will shoot the light. This here could be a lot of dimensional lumber. So these 2 are coming out. Guys, I imagine they're taking these out because the new construction, the driveway is probably going here. There's a 3rd one over down by the lake. It's going in. The septic tank I'm told is going in here. So they got to take these trees down. But it's always sad to take a tree down, but it's always a good idea to reuse them when you can. So that's the plan today. We're hanging out with Joe.
You got it, Tom. You got it.
Here we go. No pressure.
Okay, ready? Yep. Beauty, buddy. Nice shot, bro. Beautiful, Tom. Let her down. Whoa. Beauty. Perfect.
So that was your brother Tom throwing the throw line. What was he doing there? So he's chucking up, or what is he doing? I'll let you explain.
Yeah, so primarily whenever we set lines, we throw it with a throw line. It's a really thin, a lot thinner rope with a heavy weight on the end. So that way you can throw that, 50 times higher than you could just throw a rope.
Yeah,
you
can't
throw
push
a
rope, right?
No,
no pushing rope.
So that little weight, you can huck that like hundreds of feet, or not, maybe not hundreds of feet, but
I think it's about 100 feet.
yeah, I'd say so.
Anyway, so you throw the rope line up in order to pull your larger thickness diameter rope.
You pull, it's gonna be easy. No jarring.
Joe's
no
got the
power,
tree.
Like just steady.
He's way up, like a bird up there.
Get down. Whoa. Let her run. Beautiful. Nice work. Here we go. One sec. Stay there.
Here she goes. Here she blows.
Let her run, okay?
Right.
Beautiful. Like that, Sean? Weird. It's all like, did you see it moving? Beautiful. Beautiful rigging, man. Really nice.
Guys, we're about halfway through this tree removal, and we've got to the top where it looks like there's a couple of Christmas trees sitting up there. Joe, what do you think, Joe? How many board feet are we gonna get out of this thing?
Oh, hundreds.
Hundreds of board feet out of this really, really tall yard spruce tree. As you guys can see, he's got his lift here, which is the coolest tool in the world. It's got the outrigger, so you can get really tight spots. As you can see, outriggers there for stability, and we got Tommy in the basket. Tommy in the basket. We got Sammy on the ground crew. He's doing the afternoon shift, and we got a new guy named Kevin. That's a nice name.
It's the best name.
That's the best name, isn't it? I'm just watching. You guys are just watching, and we having fun. Nice sunny day. Look how tall that tree is.
Water.
The water. We haven't even seen the water yet. We're business, all business. This is what I want. This is what's coming home with me, right here. This bad boy. It's sticky. Yeah. So Sammy, you got your brother up the tree. What words of advice do you give your brother every time he climbs up a tree?
Pretty much the usual goings around here is rig big so we can go home early.
Rig big so you can go home early. That means take a large chunk of tree when you're taking the tree down. But I think the owner has different ideas.
Yeah, definitely.
Is he on the same page though? Joe's probably like safety first, second, and third, and we'll go home when it's done. That's right, Joe, right?
Whatever you say.
The safety first, second, and third. There's no run and gun here. We're taking these down methodically.
Another
surgical tree removal.
Another way they say it is go big and go home.
Go big and go home. That's words of advice.
Right,
well,
or.
tree work is notoriously dangerous. It's one of the most dangerous professions there are. So the idea is safety always.
Okay, yeah, I kind of let that go a little bit more, my bad. Okay, right away, yep. Nice job, Tom. There's number one. You're letting her down. Perfect, Tom.
See you, Dave. Look at this teamwork.
Perfect. Nice.
Well guys, we're all loaded up. We've got two really big sticks. They're some substantial wood. They're a spruce tree, and they're gonna make some fine 2x4s. Now we just gotta get these back to the off-grid so I can get them to the sawmill, and we're gonna go from there. Look how sticky. I should stop touching it, it's sticky. If you ever wonder why my truck looks so beat up, it's because I put logs like this in there. These guys here are about 8 feet long, probably about 16 inches in diameter, wet, fresh spruce tree. I'm not sure exactly how many 2x4s I'm going to get out of this thing, or 2x6s or 2x8s. I got to get that on the mill to figure out, but it's I don't necessarily need them right now, but it's better to have them and not need them than need them and not have them. Well guys, welcome to Canada, where the weather does not know how to make up its mind. It's currently kind of windy and raining, and it's kind of warm and cold at the same time. It's kind of like a t-shirt and shorts weather with a vest. The temperature this evening is dropping down to 5 degrees Celsius, which is, it's 5 degrees above freezing for those in the American states. And these chickens that we have don't have their full feathers in quite yet. They're about a week and a half away, 2 weeks away, in order to have their full feathers, and then you don't really have to worry about them. I'm a little concerned that it's dropping down the next week to non-hospitable weather for these little guys. So my plan is to take a page out of our tarp, our plastic cabin build, and wrap the bottom couple of feet of the chicken tractor with plastic wrap in order to cut down the draft at the very least, in order to give them like a little bit more comfort. No draft, no wind, cold wind going through there. They're protected from the rain. They seem to be doing well right now. It's just the overnight lows that I'm worried about. We're still kind of in the transition period where it's hot and humid, and then tonight it's going to get bitterly cold. Life in Canada. I added a couple pieces of wood to both sides of the door in order to secure the pallet wrap from unraveling, and I think that's going to offer pretty good protection from at least 3 sides from the wind. We're just going to monitor the situation for this evening just to make sure they're comfortable. Usually you can tell if a chicken's comfortable whether or not, like if they're milling about and they're not just clumped all together. If they're clumped all together, generally they're cold, although they do clump together for comfort. So anyways, we'll take a look at them, we'll watch them, and monitor them, see how they're doing. The hog waterers that I ordered, they haven't quite showed up yet. Fortunately, the pigs aren't here yet, But I think I'm gonna have to find a solution to that problem sooner than later. I might get the pigs and not the waterer, and if I got no water for the pigs, that's bad news. So the neighboring farm, they have a setup similar to mine, and I'm gonna go take a look and see what they've devised in order to make sure their pigs are watered. That's also the home of Duck Norris. So we'll check up on the duck and maybe look at their pig pen just to get an idea how they have theirs set up. Hey, Duck Norris, come on. Where are you going? I love it here. Don't take me. Go in your pond. Come on. Come on. What we've got here is a little sleeping area, and what I've been told is they fill this little area here with straw, so it gives the pigs a little place to sleep at night. And apparently they'll go in there and they'll burrow in underneath the straw, and they'll give them a nice warm area, because it turns out these pigs come from a heated barn, so they're used to the luxurious warmth of a heated barn. The other kind of feature about this is I've been told this guy here is filled with water. At nighttime it's warm because the heat of the day heated up the water, so they get to kind of snuggle up against this thing at night if they want more warmth, and then it cools down overnight, and then during the day, if it's really warm, they can cuddle up against it because it's cold. Feed trough, self-explanatory. You put your food in there, and then you have a dedicated area for your kitchen scraps or your food, your slop, because you don't want to keep that. You want to keep that from one area, and there's another area. I'm told they like to poop over there, so that's kind of like their potty area. That's kind of interesting. And then you got the water over here. So they had a little difficulty last year with water pooling in the center, and that's why the water is at the farthest end of the coop downhill to kind of keep it a little bit wet, but not too wet. It gives me some ideas. It gives me a little bit, I gotta modify or add a couple of more features to my pig pen. And I like to look at a successful pig pen. They've done this for like 2 or 3 years now, so it has been successful in the past. Use other people's examples, other people's failures, in order to ensure I don't. So anyways, this is a tour of a functioning pig pen. Hey, Duck Norris. So next day, the humidity is cleared, it's cooled down a lot, and I was gonna do some cleanup. I gave my buddy a call over at JL's Tree Service. You can find him actually on YouTube. It's JLS Tree on YouTube, and you can look him up. But hey, Joe,
What's going on?
are you just happy to be in the forest?
I just happen to be here.
He just happens to be in the forest. So Joe's here to assess the tree hung up in the other tree and tell me I'm an idiot.
Actually, you're not though, because you caught it.
But I see
it worked perfectly.
Well, see, that's kind of why my thought process behind leaving trees so close to my buildings is that they might help me out because I saved them. Anytime I have my buddies over, I like to treat them to this.
What's this?
What is that?
Is that honey?
It's not honey.
Maple syrup.
It's maple syrup. There you go. Ooh.
Nice.
Maple syrup. It's
Thank
delicious.
you, sir.
There you go. So
I'll have this on the weekend.
there you go. You can add that to like you can add that to your pancakes. Don's favorite, his Eggo waffles, or you add it to whiskey.
Ooh.
Yeah. So what do you think here? What's your?
This is dicey because you've got no other reasonable tie-ins around it. Like everything's like, see that spruce is cut and it's suckered and not high enough anyway.
Yeah.
And then you're cutting big. Like you can't really get above that. There's like the cedar's too small. You're in a crappy ash behind with a crappy union.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
I don't like that. All these other ones are ash and they're really spindly, really tall. Like not comfortable to support a person up there.
So.
Because you want to cut. Let's see if you can get this with the laser. But you want to be cutting.
Yeah.
Like up here.
Yeah.
And even if you cut there, now you're going to smash a railing out. Because you got to rig that. That's a pretty long piece. So ideally, I think we need to bring the all-terrain.
We're gonna bring a lift in. Is that what you're talking about? Like the whole that sounds like an ordeal. We can't just cut it and hope for the best.
No, this is a good one because I think it'd be a fun experiment to see if it'll make it.
For you guys that don't know, Joe has a all-terrain lift. I think you guys might have seen it when we took out the spruce tree, and it's got 4-wheel drive, and it fits in tight spaces, and we can probably get it in from the road. This little area over here, you can make it down around the corner, perhaps.
Right.
But I was hoping like a wham bam sort of chop it and run. But
well, I can, but I don't want to wreck your cube.
Yeah, the cube is always.
We should maybe look at doing something else if there's anything else here you're kind of worried about before you.
There's a couple.
Don't build anything underneath anything else.
Why not? You don't love doing this?
Like this one.
Well, that's,
Like if the lift is right there, you could do. You can't.
Yeah.
It's up to you. Whatever you want to do.
well, that's
but,
an elm tree. Those last forever, don't they?
yeah, but it's dead. Even if it's dead.
I like trees. Yeah. Well, see this elm tree over here by the pond. It's stood there dead for. It's still the bark's coming off of it. It's just firewood sitting there. All right. So I think we've decided we're gonna actually bring in a aerial lift in order to take this tree off the cube. So Joe is just he's figured out the logistics involved, and it's kind of. The problem is the path, right? So he's got this 4-wheel drive lift, and he's kind of assessing the situation here, whether or not it can get down here and not flip over. So I guess you guys have to stay tuned with that. Stay tuned for that, because you doing some more thinking?
It's a dicey one.
It's
man.
a dicey. It's got some.
Like, it's $100 grand that thing.
100.
I don't want to like.
We,
But we'll try.
we
We'll
can build a
see.
cabin around it if it's like you just get it stuck in the. It's only 100 grand.
Right?
100 grand machine stuck in the forest.
We need to use it every day, but that's okay.
Yeah.
We'll take a risk.
Well, you just bring it out. It's a weekend warrior project, is it not?
Right? Yeah. Absolutely. Let's go for
So
it.
like a homeowner can rent one of these if they needed to.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what? They rent anything to anybody. Just buy the deposit insurance or the rental insurance if you ever rent one of these things in order to do your own tree. So I don't know if you guys watched the sauna build. Joe was here when he took down this ash tree that was right next to it, and he hasn't been back since. So go take a look, Joe.
What we got in here? Oh, cool.
What's the first thing you notice when you walk in?
I don't know. The safe looking sauna thing.
Okay.
Whatever that like.
I was gonna say the smell.
The smell?
Yeah, so they can see that.
Right.
They can't. It's the smell. It's that.
Oh, okay.
It's
right.
that. What's that smell? Can you tell?
Cedar.
Is it cedar? It's a little bit of cedar. It's a little bit of ash. It's ash by the species of
Oh,
tree.
right, it is. Yeah, that's.
The benches are cedar, but the cladding is ash. It's got that.
Smell when you cut them down. You
Yeah,
smell that.
yeah.
Like, get hot, super hot. In here.
Oh yeah, it's super hot.
Right.
We should have a sauna one of these days.
Right.
Come sit here and then you just take a dump in the pond. It'd be cool. Well, version 1 of the, I guess, little tiny sleeping area for the pigs, after some thought, was rejected, and I made a nice little pen out of some poplar logs that I had milled up and let dry, and then I lined it with straw. What do you think, Bean? Anyways, this is the pig pen. This is our bed. This is the pig bed. They'll come in here and make it more comfortable. Actually, it's pretty darn comfortable. I think I could live here. It's nice and warm, actually. It's warm on my back. We just got the waterer to sort out and the food trough. I'm gonna try to find some metal, fabricate a food trough. The idea is not to put anything plastic in here because the pigs tend to eat things, but if it's made out of metal or wood, which you don't really care about, but the plastic, you don't want them eating that because they'll just eat a hole right through it. So let's see if we can fashion up some sort of Bean. What did Bean find? Some sort of food trough out of something. Maybe. Yeah, Frankie. Frankie's outside. See, that's what Frankie. Frankie, what do you think? What do you think, Bean? Frankie? Frankie and Beans. What do you think? What do you think, Frankie? What do you think, Frankie? Do you want the pig pen too? Hey, what do you think, Frankie? Hey? What do you think about that, Bean? Well, after going back and forth a couple of times and looking at different designs on food troughs and waterers and whatnot, I there was a couple of builds I looked at, and they were like making it out of wood and then plastic and metal, and then they were putting dividers, and I was like, wait a second, don't they already have something that already looks like this that requires absolutely no effort besides having it on hand? And I was thinking a kitchen sink, a double kitchen sink is ideal because it's already stainless steel, it's easy to clean, it's got a drain in it, so if it ever gets soiled, you can just kind of spray it out with the hose. It's perfect. Perfect. And I happen to have one laying around. So I grabbed that, and it happens to be a smaller size. So I imagine when I get these pigs, they're gonna be little piglets, they're gonna be small, and I can upgrade the size of the sink as they get bigger. Just get a bigger kitchen sink. It's genius. Well, anyways, I don't know if it's genius. It's after I half built the other one, welded it all up, and then I thought, no, this isn't working. So anyways, necessity is the mother of all inventions, and a kitchen sink in this case is going to work ideal for a pig feeder, and they won't chew on it. This is my disclaimer. I'm not hurting these pigs. They just don't like being touched. We can all relate to that, can't we? Oh. Come on. You coming? Hey. You wanna come? Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Come on. No? You wanna stay in the truck? Come on. Hey. Man. Come on. Hey. Yeah, I hear you. Come on. Come on. Come on. Go here this way. Come on. Come here. You kick me? Alright, you ready? You look like you're standing your ground. Come on. Come on. Stressful. Come on. Come on. Come on. I promise it's nicer out there. Come on. No? Oh. Come? Come on. Come on. Come on. I don't like this just as much as you don't. You gonna come? Come on. Give me a stick. Come. This way. Maybe give you a minute. Come on. Whoa, strawberry. You want a strawberry? No? A carrot? Ooh, carrot. Is that a good carrot? No. How about, I don't know, I think it's a cucumber? No? Apple. Apple. Come on, come. All right, come on. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Ah! Stuck back there? Oh. What? What? Is that funny? You're gonna do that next time.
You missed the leap off the truck with the pig.
Was that fun or what?
You leaping off the back of the truck with a pig in your arms. It was something.
You'll be able to remember that. Okay. Okay, well, as you guys can see, the pigs are perfectly fine. They were over dramatic. Again, this is a learning experience for all of us. Who knew they would be so vocal? They're very loud and jarring. That's something you don't want to listen to very often. I'm pretty confident if anybody tries to steal my pigs, I'll be able to hear far in the bush, because that's insane, the amount noise that comes out of that. What are they doing? Eating. Look at, they're foraging already. They're eating some dandelions. We got some scraps for them. Look at, she have a good life in here. Hey? What's good about the pen is that it's got morning sun, so it warms them up in the morning, and then all the height of the afternoon sun, it's in shade. So they'll have a nice spot. Look, they're already rooting around. Look at them, they're rooting around.
You're right. You want some pets too? I don't have any food right now. No, I don't. I'll give you some. Yeah. You gotta stay away from the door. Don't. You can't nuzzle my pants. No. A little bit more. That's my stick. Yeah. Nummy nummy. Yeah, nummy nummy stick.
Whoa. Back up. Back up.
Come on.
Back up. Back up. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. I know the pigs have. They are enjoying their new home and their little pig pen. So, yeah, join me on the next one. And next week, there's going to be a special 2 episodes a week, starting, I think, for the month of June. And it's going to be Whisper Wednesdays, which is a recut of existing videos that we've already done. But there's no talking. We're trying for more of an international audience, and hopefully those videos get sent out to the worldwide. You don't have to watch them. You can if you'd like, but otherwise they're there to get a larger audience and hopefully enjoy them. If you want to do a blast from the past, let's say. Anyways, thanks for watching.